Hey guys, this is Molly from Colorful Freshwater Fish Tanks, and this is the continuation of my sorority slate redecoration. I got a few new plants, and I'm stocking my sorority a little more heavily. So here's all these female betta fish, and they've been cupped and floating together for like a day and a half now, honestly, like between all the redecorations and stuff. So I'm going to release them. And also, here's the after of my tank. I added some live plants and removed a bunch of these, like, plastic gems that I use in fish tanks that I actually really love. But, they're kind of annoying because when I do a gravel vacuum, they get, like, sucked up because they're so lightweight. So I prefer things made out of glass, like this fake. These crystal things are made out of glass. This is amethyst. Amethyst is one of the few crystals that's safe in tanks, freshwater tanks. So yeah, I'm gonna release all these girls and then I'll video for a while and we'll probably see some posturing and things because they're gonna be slightly aggressive, I'm sure, until they figure out their hierarchy, but I'm going to pause it for just a minute and then I'll do that. Well, here it is, the finished product for now. You all know that it's never really finished. I think this new little pink girl is definitely one of my favorites. She's so darn cute. Please don't be alarmed if you see any fighting, because you know they've all been just released. I'm making a video of my fish tank, kiddo. That was my son. He's amazing. This little girl, I think, is actually gonna be blue. But we'll see. She's clearly... And then this is the one who I thought might become yellow. I hope she does become yellow. This is one of my girls who's been in this tank for a few months. She's kind of the most dominant one in there right now. You can see she's like, hey, get out the way. I'm slightly concerned about this little red lady. She might need some timeouts in the cup. She seems sort of aggressive, although there she is hanging out right now. Not even paying attention to the other beta girls. I love that little blue veil tail. She's so pretty. I think I primarily have veil tail and crown tail females in here. And then one or two half moons. I don't have any placket females, I don't think. All of them have relatively big tails, at least for female betas. Hi, pretty lady. I don't have a name for these new 5 girls yet, so I'll have to think of some names. Let's see if I can introduce all of the girls who've been in my tank for a while. If I can even find them. So that blue one who I said was dominant, that's Elsa. There she goes. And then this pink one who I used to think of as like the smallest one, but she's bigger than most of the girls in my, that like I just got. That is Susan. She is named after Susan from the Chronicles of Narnia. No, that one's Lucy. Oh, excuse me. That one was Lucy. And then I have a larger pink girl named Susan who I gave her own tank to because she was really aggressive and had to be pulled from the sorority. So she has a 10-gallon. So we've got some posturing going on between these girls right here. And Miss Red. Getting in the mix. She seems to actually kind of want to avoid conflict. I thought she'd be aggressive based on how she was behaving in the cup. But she doesn't actually seem that aggressive. Their personalities have so much to do with your success when you own a beta sorority, and also overstocking. I don't think you necessarily need to pull girls and put them in their own tanks. I mean, once in a while you get someone who's really aggressive, but usually it works pretty well to cup them. And if I hadn't had, like, you know, a cycled 10-gallon looking for a focal fish, I probably wouldn't have put Susan in her own tank. I could have cupped her. I didn't even try cupping her once, but I just thought she was so pretty and would be a great focal fish for that tank, and she was quite aggressive, so I just took the opportunity. I mean, I do always have spare tanks on hand for emergencies, hospital tanks, temporary housing if needed, but you can really go at sororities with a few different mentalities, and one of them is that you'll put the girls on timeout if they're behaving too aggressively. You'll time out them in a cup, and pull girls if they get sick, of course, and treat them in a hospital tank and give them plenty of time to be treated before introducing them back into the main tank. And as long as you're overstocking, you know, that seems to work pretty well for most people. The most important thing, in my opinion, is to not have too few girls. And also, do you see how densely planted my tank is? And it's not all real. Some of it's silk and plastic, and that's totally fine. But basically, these girls can hide from each other when they want to. And then they don't have to hide from each other when they don't want to. But even when they're in the top of the tank together not hiding, there is still a ton of stuff to break up their line of sight if they get in a chasing match with each other. You know, and then once they lose sight of each other, they'll pretty much forget about each other. Some interesting dynamics going on up here. I don't think that little crown tail is going to be much of an issue. She seems really submissive. But that new blue veil tail seems kind of dominant. So anyway, there it is, guys. Excuse me. If you love this tank like I love this tank, please subscribe to my channel. That would really help me out. And we'll see how it goes. Who knows if I'll have to change anything up. Definitely going to get a few more girls. I don't think this is heavily stocked enough, honestly. I love the way the plants turned out. Alright, cool guys. Thank you so much for watching. Later.